Hello, hi, and welcome again to the Terminal Podcast, where in the end, it's all about the numbers. We are broadcasting high above Civic Center Station, and tonight we continue this Hireman's venture based from the castle on the hill with another THS alum to answer a few questions. Please share your name and where you're calling from.
What's up? This is Haywood Batchelor. How are you?
Fine, there is an anonymous voice. I don't think I said that correctly. What would you consider yourself to be? Third voice party as well?
Uh, Chris de Blasio,
Yeah, there, since you're just kind of coming out of the blue. Uh, Mr.
who's in the
Bachelor,
lavatory,
there you go. Um, did you,
podcasting at its finest, folks.
Haywood, did you continue your education after you graduated from THS?
I did. It's funny. I actually went to an HBCU called Morgan State University. Um, I was not, um, I was not like the smartest kid coming out of high school, so it was really just like who would take me. Chris, didn't you go to the University of Indiana, Pennsylvania at some point?
No, I actually I applied there and got in, but I went to York College of Pennsylvania.
I remember me and you both got into that school, and I was seriously considering it. And then I got another mail about Morgan State. I didn't know it was an HBCU. And I went down there, and I think I actually decided to go like sight unseen. I was like, cool, they'll take me, I'll go. So I actually went to the school. It's in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Finished my bachelor's there. And then 10 years later, I got a master's from NYU in corporate communications. And then recently I finished a mini MBA from Rutgers in artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Look at this guy.
Are there any other personal
After you, Chris.
details? Any other personal details you would like to
Wait, I
share
want to talk about the
since
college thing. I want to interrupt and interject. That's what I do.
uh,
Can I do that?
please, please. You
Um, I,
interjected, you already have,
yes.
but
Haywood and I were in the same boat there as not being the best high school students and just kind of had to go where whoever kind of took us. We didn't have a lot of options. But funny side note, my family and I took Haywood Batchelor to a Baltimore Orioles
Yeah, you
game
did.
and picked him up from Morgan State University. It was 3 games before Cal Ripken broke the consecutive game streak. He actually broke that on my first night of college, but we got tickets to 3 games beforehand, my parents and I. So we went to Baltimore, picked Haywood up, went to the game, and then after that, I went up to York, Pennsylvania to move into college.
Yo, you know I still have that ticket stub somewhere. It's in
I
a
do
piece of
too.
plastic.
I've got it somewhere too.
All right, you got to take a picture of that, and we got to like filter that into this whole situation somehow.
I think I have it in a ticket stub booklet. So I will effort that, Martin, before you edit this, or at least the program from then. I think I might have to.
Dang, remember
okay.
when you have to use physical tickets to get into places?
Yes.
Age is the ultimate determination. As I was trying to say before, do you have any other personal details you'd like to share since leaving high school?
I have three really cool, magnificent kids. Daughter who's 16, twin boys that are 13. They're by far way smarter and way more athletic than I've ever been. All I do is drive them around to stuff. It is literally like the best part of like they say the thing where it's like if you didn't have to work, what would you do? I would just drive my kids around to different sports and sit in practices and games and stuff and coach from the sideline.
Okay.
That
Well,
might be the sweetest thing ever said on this podcast.
No way, man. I'm from the streets. About as soft as
well,
I get.
well, you're here tonight to answer the William E. Brown Memorial Questionnaire. As a former winner of this prestigious and random award, I'm here to ask someone random questions, and after your answers, you may receive the same accolades I did. Haywood, are you ready?
Yes.
Question number one. Do you still think and or say you're from New Jersey?
I've always said I was from New Jersey. I wasn't smart enough to say I was from someplace else. Um, when I was in Baltimore, I said I was from New Jersey. I never really lived anywhere else from New Jersey. I never even thought being saying you're from New Jersey was a bad thing.
There, it is a question. It's got
You
different
live in New York?
answers.
Didn't you live in New York for a little bit, Haywood?
No, I never lived in New York. I never
Oh,
knew
okay. I knew you
how
were working in there. I didn't know if you lived there as
I
well.
worked in New York. I never knew how you would go grocery shopping if you lived in New York, so I didn't want to.
Yeah. So when working in New York, did you say you're from Jersey? Or did you specify and say Teaneck?
That's a good question. Now, I think I would say Teaneck. Now, no one knows. I live in Manalapan, New Jersey. No one knows where Manalapan is.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that sounds like a made up word, but that's fine.
No, I have to say I'm from like the home of the situation from the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
Uh, that's people know where Freehold is, and they know where Sayreville is because I think there was a club there back in the day. So I kind of say I'm in between Sayreville and Freehold, and then people go, "All right, I got it." But no one knows where Manalapan is.
There.
It's somewhere in that general northern Jersey Shore area.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
Hmm. I never watched that show. Uh, question two. What was your favorite mall growing up?
Um, Probably Garden State for sure. Remember me and Mark and Dave and Jimmy. Chris, you would roll with us sometimes too. So would Dave
Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah.
Um, we probably hit the Garden State Plaza. Bergen Mall was whack. Route 17 was too far. I think we did a couple of ventures out to Willowbrook before, but it was definitely the Garden State Plaza.
All right.
Willowbrook, that was like a vacation going all the way out there back then. That
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
it was like a weekend trip.
I think they had like a Foot Locker, like a World Foot Locker at some point.
Okay.
And I remember
Hmm.
walking in and going like what is this? It's like double the size of your average Foot Locker, which
I
makes no.
was I was gonna say Willowbrook was it just was the size of it is really what it was my memory. It wasn't necessarily, I mean, it was a long trip out, but it was just like, yeah, it was this huge monstrosity. I
Yeah.
regress. Question three. Have you ever used advanced math like pre-calculus or trigonometry since high school?
Cuz let me tell you something about advanced math and me. I'm like Chris. I have my math stopped at algebra 2, straight up. Like I'm even ashamed to say it. Freshman year, I have straight failed algebra. And then second year I passed algebra. And then I did algebra 2 in the 11th grade. And then I did geometry. But you didn't say geometry in your list of advanced math. So I'm gonna say no, I have never used any of that. So I'm
So
pretty worried my children.
algebra 2.
Algebra 2. Does that count?
Like I have you do you recognize anything from that algebra 2 that you use that you use kind of on a regular basis or just period?
No, no, I know. Not even a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Question four. What do you think of drivers from other states?
I think they're fine. Um, Everyone has their own problems when they drive. I think the big and this isn't even about driving. I think the biggest challenge I've seen is I remember I didn't know how to pump gas
Mm.
when I left the state, so that was my biggest challenge. I remember I on two occasions on one occasion I was with a girl and she stopped at the gas station and she looked at me to get out and pump the gas, but I had no idea what I was doing, so she had to get out and show me. And then on another occasion, I did pump the gas, but I forgot to take the gas nozzle off. I drove away with the gas nozzle in it. Fun fact, it detaches from the top, so gas doesn't spray all over the place.
Huh. Learn something new.
To my dying day, I will argue that that is the best reason to live in New Jersey.
Mm.
Single handedly, it's the best law ever made because I've been all around this great country and had to pump my own gas, and it sucks monkey balls.
It's cold sometimes.
It's cold, and or sometimes it's too hot. I want to stay with the air conditioning. Fuck that. Get my hands all dirty and no, I'm with you. I I cannot believe that people pump their own gas.
Sorry, Martin. I took that in another direction to drive. I
No,
think
no,
it's just fine.
I'm I'm sorry because I've been pumping my own gas for like the last 20 years to the point
Oh
that
my
I've
gosh.
forgotten. Yeah, it's yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You probably got calluses on your hands.
It's yeah, it's yeah.
When I moved back to New Jersey, that might have been like the first thing I did was like pull into a gas station and be like, ha, ha, you bastards have to do it.
Question 5. Do you still have or wear any of the clothing you wore in high school?
And not even close, bro. I got nothing. I was a smooth 50 pounds lighter back in high school. I think I graduated at 195, and just do the math there. I'm much bigger, so nothing from high school fits. Not even my socks. I got nothing.
So you don't have anything at all. So yeah, it's all gone, all gone.
I got
Okay.
nothing.
Question 6. Do you remember the black door and the white door?
Um, yes, so I lived on the black side of town, but my mother drove me to school every day, so I got dropped off on the white door because that was a one-way street, I think, that led up like that side of the building. The black side went in the other direction, or in the wrong direction. Say the wrong direction, in the opposite direction. So yeah, I definitely remember the white door and the black door. That was almost a staple thing we knew, but I don't think it actually meant anything. It just meant like the door that most folks left the building because of where the population kind of ended up in Teaneck.
Okay. Question 7.
It's always been the most interesting answer on this podcast.
Yeah, some people didn't even know it existed. I was like, what a privileged life.
Always interesting. It's a great question, Martin.
Well,
Good job, sir.
I'll take the praise at the end. Question 7. Who did you have a crush on that never knew?
I never knew. Um,
Megan Brown.
Megan Brown's way out of my league. She was way out of my league. I was definitely a Kelly Lipton, Aisha Barber fan for many years.
Okay, good ones.
I know people duck this question, but it was so long ago. Everyone's changed.
I feel like any type of statute of limitations would have been long past once you
Yeah,
kind
it's
of get
long.
past a quarter century.
That was pretty much it. Everyone else kind of knew. I wasn't much of like a ladies dude back in the day, so I kind of
But that they knew, if you're saying that they knew, it also speaks to, because I view it as the courage to actually been able to do that at that age because I didn't. So it's
got it.
also a
I
personal
was a
thing.
fairly late bloomer in that department, so I would say those two were probably at the top of the list. Everyone else was kind of like best efforts.
I ran into Kelly Lipton about 10 years ago. Her son was playing AAU basketball against the team I was coaching. And then for the subsequent like 2 or 3 years, we would see each other at these different AAU basketball tournaments.
You coached AAU?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Were you good?
It was just our high school team. The high school team that I coached, we would just have an AAU team just to, so we weren't like super high level recruiting kids, like that kind of thing. But
Pretty good.
there's all different there's all different levels of it. But I was going to say something else about your crushes. Oh no, Haywood taught me good terminology. Haywood
Oh,
taught me senior year that like talking to meant like you were kind of seeing a girl. Like that was black people terminology. You're rallying this because he was like, "Are you talking to her?" I'm like, "Yeah, I talk to her all the time." Like I was like, it was like a total like movie scene of like the unhip white guy. I totally remember the conversation. I don't know where we were, but I remember the conversation very vividly.
That's what happens when your class rank was in the 200s. We didn't pick up on things very quickly.
Remember the
Martin's
class
class rank
rank.
had 2 digits in it, not three.
You say that, I'm going, I have no clue what my class rank was.
Dude,
Oh,
Marty,
you were probably in
you
the
were
top
probably
35 or
I
40.
I think you think so much more of what my grades actually
No,
were.
you
I
were not in
didn't.
triple. You were not in triple digits. I will effort it. I will get in touch with someone at Teaneck High School and find out. There's no way you were in triple digits.
I was gonna say 130 probably because
No,
I didn't
no.
show up to math until like most of sophomore year. I was like, I just didn't because it was first period and then
look, the fact
homeroom.
that you're
I'd show up
asking
for
questions
homeroom.
about advanced math, you were in the top 100. Okay.
Pre-calc. Okay, it's not an argument over that.
Did you take SMICS?
Oh, he definitely took some mix. You definitely took
Yeah,
some mix.
but if
What does
you
SMIC
but if you
stand
got a
for?
D, if you got a D in I don't know, specialized, I don't know. I really don't know. I know there was an
You
M
didn't
and there
get
was
no
an I.
fucking
See,
D's. Get out of here with D. You didn't get D.
oh, okay. All right. Well, if we could, if we, I'm not going to find my high school transcript to show that.
I'm literally texting someone tomorrow that I know that works at Teaneck High School
Get
and
everyone's
seeing what
class
she can do for me.
Hey, it- it's not my grandest moment, but I'll leave it at this as we talk math. But we're on question number 8. Since we've graduated, how far have you physically traveled from Teaneck High School using that as sort of a center point?
rank. Going west, South Korea. Going south, Aruba. Going east, probably Germany or London. Yeah, yeah, that's how
About
far.
north.
North,
Black people don't go north. Is that what
Boston.
you're gonna say?
It's cold.
Boston, it's too cold.
Boss.
Detroit for a layover.
Mm,
I like that. No
o-
one's ever done that. North, south, east, west. I kind of like that. Now
Yeah,
I'm thinking of mine. I'm just thinking of mine for each of those directions. That was a cool way of answering that question.
yeah. It's like east and west were work related.
Yeah,
South was more fun fact.
pleasure. Yeah,
I was at the remember Natalie Holloway.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
mhm.
I was at the concert she got kidnapped from.
Were you really?
It was a Boys to Men concert. Uh,
Yeah,
I was at that concert.
Hmm.
nice.
That's my claim to fame. That's all I got.
That's it. That's all you got, huh? I've been to
That's not
Aruba. I guess
bad.
Aruba would be the farthest south for me too. Yeah.
Come on, but that's
Wow, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. By the way.
that's up there, Natalie. Okay.
Well, I save it
Um,
for the end.
well, you've got two more questions, which would start with question number 9. What do you remember the science classrooms looking like?
Uh, I remember they had sinks. I remember they had stools. I think Jasmine reminded me of the time they locked me in a closet. Um, I don't remember anything about our science classes. I
Well,
just
the
yeah.
rooms themselves, but you said you've got a 16 and a couple of younger ones. Have you been in their science classroom
Oh man,
at
I'm
all?
trying to make me seem like I'm a involved, caring parent who goes back to school night. Um, uh,
I,
yeah, yeah. They. You know what the cool thing about these science classes are that I
hmm,
think is different than other classes? They're not desk oriented. They're like table oriented because you got to have like your lab tables all set up.
yeah.
Mm.
So I remember having stools around like tables and being able to experiment. But the ones in our high school, they were on the third floor, all the way on the side. I remember just being long tables with sinks and stools.
Okay. And question 10. What do you remember most from your life before graduation? Is there a moment or just a sort of general sense of what life was like before you graduated high school?
Mm.
I mean, I'm certain there are
Mm.
tons of moments, but any moment that comes to mind.
If I had to reflect back, I think I'd have to say that I didn't realize how much I didn't know and everyone else knew. Like I was like I felt like I look back now and I look at kids that are around my age, I mean around our age now, and they're so much more worldly, so much smarter. Like I was like a senior in high school and I didn't know anything. So if anything, I remember my moments are probably didn't know as much as I should have. Um, Chris, I really enjoyed doing all the AV stuff with you guys. Like
Yeah,
and
I was
Scott
going to say,
Isaacson.
like for you, not that I could tell you your moment, but you discovered something there in high school, and so did I, that we then pursued as careers.
Correct. That's very rare.
Yeah.
Very rare. So that was one thing that that came pretty easy to us, I think, as being
And it
like
was fun.
people. It was a lot of fun. I remember hauling the cameras around, having access to the studio, doing the shows with Scott Isaacson. Um, that was like in my mind that was really groundbreaking. So I would say those were the top. That was the top moment.
Okay. You have reached,
Those were lots of fun. Yeah. Sorry.
that's
Do you
all
remember
right.
we did the game? We did a game in Belleville one time.
We did do a game at Belleville.
Yeah, and I think we beat them.
A night game. It was a night
Yeah, and
game, wasn't
they
it?
were not happy when we beat them. They were saying very choice words to us.
Yes. Yes.
But we were just accountable.
We did a basketball game, Hackensack Teaneck, where the kid Mo Dunn hit a half court jumper to beat us, and we were on the air for that one.
Oh, that
Oh,
game. I remember
do you
that game.
remember in Teaneck High School we brought the equipment downstairs to the gym?
Yeah, that's what we did. We did a couple of games, and one was a
Yeah,
Teaneck Hackensack game. Yeah,
we were ahead of our time, Chris.
we were. Think about that. That was 1993, 94. Doing that in high school, like that was rare.
Was I'll interrupt this sentimental moment to say, Haywood, you have reached the end and shall receive the same accolades as this former winner. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having
Did you even get a thank you, Martin? You always say that. I don't even think you got a
Not,
thank you.
not really. I mean, well,
Like
I
they
take that. I
literally just
did.
told you you won the award and that
I
was it.
know I got a thank you when they handed me the award because they actually did
What is
hand
this
me.
award? What is it?
It is it's the William E. Brown Memorial Award. It is it's exactly what I'm saying it is. It's if you look on the if you look on the picture for the pod, it's there. It's an award. Now, when I was back at the high school and went to look for it, I was told it was taken down because a whole bunch of the awards were taken down. But if you go back to the high school, you can talk to well, you can see that a lot of the stuff, especially the 95 stuff, but I talked about that. And I don't
They
need to shamelessly plug my old podcast as always.
they took down the William E. Brown Award because William E. Brown was a former Civil War general.
Ah,
when
which got it. Got it. I thought it
did
was an
you
award
get
they
the
gave
when
to
did you
the award.
physically get the award? Do you remember physically getting it? Like was there an
It was
award?
there was like an awards ceremony towards the end of the year.
Did you know you won it or were you surprised? Like
I
I'm
was
not
surprised because I didn't know it existed.
That's crazy.
It was just like, hey, and because it was like, I want to say when they gave because I was up for what was it?
the plaque award.
Yeah, the one that Eva won. I want to say that it was the
Yes.
same
Wait,
time
so
that
you won
was awarded to
awards? You're
her.
trying to tell us you were in the three digits for class rank?
He
Come
was not in
on.
no three digits.
Come
He's
on, Martin. You were
stop.
in mix
I'm
two.
I'm trying to I look, I'm not finding my high school my high school transcript, but
Chris is gonna find it tomorrow.
all right. I could continue, but as always, the Terminal Podcast ends with a trivia question, and only because that you spoke so lovingly, it's in the yearbook. You're captured with that VHS camcorder, which as you mentioned, was a unit that was originally designed for television broadcast. As big as those things were, you get the tripod units out and everything like that. That was designed for a television broadcast. Both Chris and I are very familiar with the camcorder, as I went down and worked with that. And a much large, we didn't say I wanted to. Were we using camcorders? We didn't even have special. We had a couple of specialized cameras, but I feel like the one that I would take on the road with me was just a regular camcorder, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a big one. It was a big
Yeah,
one.
big
The one
one
you took. Yeah.
Yeah.
with big
Um,
batteries.
yes. That type of camcorder, that type of unit was first released by Sony in 1983. The VHS tapes that we're talking about and obviously are familiar with are essentially our age. They were released in Japan in 76 and then in America a year later. Unlike the trio that we're talking about, me, you, and myself, this medium peaked with the quick demise to start the 21st century. DVDs. The rentals surpassed VHS for the first time in June of 2003. But according to Wikipedia, how many millions of Americans still owned a VHS format of some form in 2005?
That's a question to me.
That is the numerical question to you. How many millions of Americans still owned a VHS format, kind of, you know what I mean, like that system in their home in 2005, according to Wikipedia?
In 2005,
Hmm.
17 million.
17 million. Chris, this is Price is Right rules. What would you
Yeah,
like to wager?
I'll say like, well, how many people were in America then? I'll say 50 million.
All right. 17.5 and 50 million are the numbers. Thank you for listening to the latest W.E.
Wait,
Brown
what's the answer?
questionnaire. The trivia answer is in the description for this episode.
Oh.
I'll be back soon enough with hopefully something better to put down. Haywood, thank you very much. And take it easy down your life's highway and have a good evening.